Hi everyone, welcome to class. Today we're going to be doing a strong energizing flow. We are filming from a beautiful place called Newcastle Island, which is just off the coast of Nanaimo on Vancouver Island. So to get started, just come to a comfortable seated position. Gently close down the eyes. Start to get in touch with your breath. Deepening your inhales and your exhales. Breathing through the nose if you wish to practice some yogic breathing. On the inhales, feeling your lungs, your belly expand. And on the exhales, noticing the breath passing through your nostrils, your diaphragm moving up. Feeling the breath as it moves through your body. Just taking another couple of rounds of breath. As you come to find stillness. You can flutter the eyes open when you're ready. If it's okay for your knees, we're going to come to a kneeling position, tucking the toes under you. So it's going to look like this. Sitting back on the heels. Just get settled. This is going to become potentially a little bit painful. If it does, you can always untuck the toes, but try to stay with it for as long as possible. We're really going to stretch out the feet here, start to build some being in touch with your body through the pain. On an inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and gently leaning over to the left. Shine your heart up towards the sky. Breathe here, feeling that stretch through your right side. And inhale back to center. Grabbing the left wrist with the right hand, stretch over to the right. Again, twisting your chest upwards. Stretching through the left side body. And inhale back to center. Sweeping the arms down. You can come off the toes, give them a gentle pitter-patter. And we are going to come onto all fours and do a little bit of cow and cat. So on an inhale, dropping the belly, raising the chest through. And on an exhale, tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine, chest to chin. Inhale to come through, hollowing out. And exhale, tuck the tailbone and round everything in. Do a couple more in your own breath. You can make them a little more fluid, moving through the hips if you like. Just waking up the spine. Okay. Coming back to center. Tucking the toes, you're going to press strongly through the hands up and back into your first downward facing dog. So you can keep the knees bent here at the start, maybe pedal out the feet, bending one knee, straightening the other leg, just opening up the backs of the legs. And when you're ready, you can straighten the legs, grounding down through the hands, make sure the fingers are spread, pressing strongly up through the arms, and pressing your bum up towards the sky there. On your next inhale, step both feet up towards the hands. Keeping the knees bent, you're just gonna fold over the legs. You might want to grasp the elbows. Have a gentle ragdoll here. So we're just waking up the body before we prepare to come into a strong flow, starting off with some sun salutations. On an inhale, sweep the arms up, come to stand, palms touch, and bring the hands to heart center. So bringing the feet together, toes touch, heels slightly apart. Start to lift up through the kneecaps, engage the quads, tuck the tailbone so that your spine is straight, crown of the head reaching upwards. You can inhale the shoulders up and down, bringing the hands down to your sides. On an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, fold forward, hands meet the ground. You can bend the knees here. On an inhale, look up, hands to shins, flat back. Plant the hands, step back to plank. Take an inhale here. For our first one, let's lower the knees, and then bending through the elbows, come all the way down to the ground. On an inhale, lift the chest, toes into the mat for baby cobra, and exhale, press up and back to a downward facing dog. So finding your down dog here, we're just going to roll forward into a plank. So think of that cat-cow motion. Ignore the plane. And rolling the body forward to plank. And on the exhale, bend your knees, press strongly through the hands. Come up to downward facing dog again. Inhale again, roll forward to plank. Start to build feet in the body. Exhale, bend the knees, pressing back up to downward facing dog. We'll do one more. Inhale, roll the body forward to plank, and on an exhale, bending the knees, flow it back to downward facing dog. Okay, looking towards the hands, step the feet up to meet them in a forward fold. Inhale, look up, exhale to fold once more, and inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, palms touch, hands to heart center. Okay, now we're going to do a sun salutation B. So bending through the knees, sweep the arms up by the ears, keeping the weight back in the heels. We're going to make this position just a little bit stronger by coming onto the toes. So finding that balance back on the toes where we stretched out earlier. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to plank. So this time you can stay up or down on the knees. On your exhale, you're going to bend the elbows, either come halfway or all the way down. Then coming upward facing dog or cobra for heart opener. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Inhale, sweep the right leg up towards the sky. On an exhale, plant your right foot beside your hand. Stay high up on the ball of the back foot. And bring the arms up into a high lunge. Palms touch here. Sinking, bringing those hips, make sure they're facing forward. Bring the right hip back. And on an exhale, sweep the arms down. Step back to plank, and we're going to flow it through. We're meeting down dog. So exhale, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, sweep the left leg up overhead. Exhale to bring the left foot by the right hand, or left hand even. Coming back on the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up, finding your balance. You can bring the palms together, really reaching up towards the sky here, making sure the hips are facing forward. And exhale, bring the hands down. Step back to plank. Again, you can come straight to downward dog or exhale into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, might take a break here. If you'd like to, you can always come into child's pose. So bringing the knees out wide, toes together. Sit the hips back. Bring the forehead to the mat. So this is a place of rest that you can come at any time during the practice. Hopefully you should be finding some heat in your body now. And we're gonna work through some more flows. On an inhale, come up. Press strongly into the hands, lift the knees, tuck the toes. Come back to your downward facing dog. So on your next inhale, sweep your right leg up overhead. Exhale, step it through between the hands. Pivot the back foot so it comes down to a 45-degree angle. And sweep the arms all the way up to warrior two. So looking down, make sure the heel of your right foot is in line with the arch of your back foot. You want to bend that front knee. You should be able to see your big toe when you look down, keeping the weight over the middle of your body here. Arms up at shoulder height, gazing over your front fingers. So again, taking another couple of breaths here, holding this strong warrior two position. On your next exhale, you can bring your right elbow down to the right knee. Sweep the left arm up overhead for extended side angle. If you would like to go deeper, you can bring your right hand to the inside of that right foot. And if you'd like to go even deeper, you can bring your left hand around the back, right arm underneath, and reach for your wrist for the bind. So looking up, keep breathing here. Okay. On your next inhale, come back up to a warrior two, and we're gonna hop the left foot in a little bit, and we're gonna reach forward into half moon. So looking forward, bring your right hand down about a foot in front of you, maybe slightly to the right. Bring the left foot up, left arm is up to the sky, and start rotating upwards so that your body is completely facing to the side. Whoop. If you fall, that's okay. Stay here for one more breath, and then step back into a warrior two. Okay, you can sweep the arms down now. Step back to plank or go straight to downward facing dog if you'd like to flow. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths here. Again, a reminder, you can come into child's pose at any time. On your next inhale, sweep the left leg up into the sky. Step the left foot in between the hands. Ground down through the right foot at a 45-degree angle. And sweep the arms up into warrior two. So going through your checks again, looking down, making sure the feet are aligned. You can press through the outside of the back foot as well. Maintaining this strong posture, bringing energy into this flow. And on your next inhale again, you can drop the left arm, sweep the right arm up overhead, turning that chest towards the sky. If you'd like to go deeper, you have all the modifications. You can reach the left arm down, or you can come around for the bind. Keep breathing here. And on an inhale, sweep everything back up into warrior two. We're going to come into half moon on the left side. So again, shortening your stance, looking down, finding that place where you can reach. If you have a block, that's also helpful. And opening up to the right side. Arm up, leg up. Taking 2 more breaths here. And stepping back to a warrior two. Bring the arms down. Step back to plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's all meet in a child's pose for a couple of breaths here. So knees down wide, sitting back on the heels, toes together, arms stretched out in front. If it feels better, you can also bring the arms around behind you. Give the shoulders a break. Just taking a couple moments of rest here. On an inhale, look up. Bring the hands out in front of you if they were behind. You're going to press strongly into them, tuck the toes, come back into your downward facing dog. This time when you look up, we're going to come through to seated. So you can hop, step, jump, or just bring the knees down and come around. Sweeping the legs out in front of you. Bring the right foot into the right thigh. I'll face this way. So bringing the right foot in to the right thigh. Left foot is flexed. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, reaching forward over that left foot, making sure you angle the body forward over the leg rather than it being a side stretch. And reaching for whatever you can, whether it's the leg, the ankle, or the foot. Inhaling to find length through the lower back, keeping the chest up, and exhaling to fold. 2 more breaths here. On an inhale, look up, bringing the right foot so that it plants down onto your mat, keeping the knee up. Inhale to find length through the body, and you can either reach around with the arm and place the right hand behind you, or you can bring the elbow in front of the knee, inhaling to find length through the spine, and exhale, twist over your right shoulder. With every inhale, growing taller, and with every exhale, twisting. On your next inhale, come back to center, release the arm, release the right leg out in front of you, bringing the left foot into the right thigh, inhaling, sweeping the arms up, keep that right foot flexed, angle the body over the right leg, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale to look up, and exhale to release. So coming back onto the knees again, back into your toes. Oh, I forgot a twist. Hang on one sec, come back. So planting that left foot on the ground, keeping the knee up. Again, place the left hand behind you, and inhale, either grab the left knee with your arm, or you can bring the arm across. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Lengthening through the crown of the head on the inhales, and gently twisting with the exhales. Okay, so inhale, coming back to center. Now you can come onto your knees again and back up onto the toes, reaching your right foot out long onto the mat so that it's in line with your body. Just place your left hand down and sweep up. You can come up onto your knee, big side stretch. If you feel like it, you can throw in a bit of a back bend here, almost like a baby wild thing, and come back down to sit. And then we're going to do that in more of a fluid motion. So inhale, coming up, and exhale, come down. Inhale, come up, and exhale, come down. Okay, bringing that right foot back under and taking the left foot out to the side. Place the right hand down on the mat. Inhale, sweep the arm up, holding here for a couple of breaths, really reaching that chest up towards the sky. bending into the top of the thoracic spine if that feels good. And exhale, bringing your bum down onto your right heel. We'll do that again in a fluid motion. So inhale, sweeping the arm up, and exhale, coming down. Inhale, sweep the arm up, and exhale, come down. Inhale, sweep the arm up one last time, and exhale down. Okay, let's take it down to your backs. So keeping the feet planted, knees up, bring the heels close to your bum and come to lie all the way down on your mat. Planting the hands face down. On an inhale, gently lift the hips, coming up into a low bridge. You can clasp the hands underneath if you like, maybe even wiggling the shoulders. And breathe here, trying not to let the knees splay out. Really pressing up through the chest. So even these small back bends are actually energizing postures. And on an exhale, roll the shoulders out, come all the way down. And we'll do that one more time. So taking a rest, and then on the next inhale, pressing up through the hips, firmly in through the feet. Wiggling the shoulders under if that's available to you with the hands clasped. And breathing here. Knees pointing forwards. Really trying to press it through the chest and the hips. And on an exhale, release it all. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little bit of a massage on the lower back. Okay, so from here, extending your left leg out, keep that right leg in, bending in through the knee, and then just raising that right leg up to the sky, holding behind the thigh if that's accessible to you, or you can walk your hands up anywhere along the leg, and just reach that right leg towards you, ensuring that you don't feel any pain here. Just a gentle hamstring opener, keeping that right foot flexed. On an inhale, you can bring your head up off the mat and reach the head towards the knee. And exhale to release it down. Bending that right knee, taking your left hand over and bringing your right knee across the left. Allow your right arm to come up and out to the side. And if it's comfortable for your neck, you can gaze over your right shoulder. Breathing here, stretching out the glutes. Your aim is to keep that right shoulder head down. So if you find that it's coming up, just allow the right leg to come back a little bit more. Inhale, bring the gaze back to center. Extend that right leg long. Bring the left knee in towards the chest, giving it a squeeze, and then stamping that left foot up towards the sky, reaching behind the leg, holding onto the thigh anywhere farther up. Keeping your shoulders grounded here as you breathe, gently guiding that left leg towards you. You might only move a millimeter, that's okay. On an inhale, bring your head up towards your knee. Taking a couple breaths here. And exhale to release. Bending through the left knee, guiding that knee across your body, extending the left arm out And if it's comfortable to do so, gazing over your left shoulder. Okay, inhaling everything back towards center, bringing both knees in towards your body now, extending the heels up but keeping the knees bent. You can reach through the inside of your knees to the outside of your feet, or grabbing anywhere that you can, aiming for ankles over knees, coming into happy baby. So this can be a static position, remaining still, or if you like, you can rock from side to side. But I always fall when I do that, so I'm just going to hold it here. So breathing, releasing the hips. Okay, and then releasing the feet. Allow them to come out long. Allow the feet to flop outwards towards the sides. Bring the arms alongside the body, making some room for the shoulders and the neck. Come into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Breathing here. Let's take one cleansing breath. So on an inhale, breathe in, and exhale to sigh it out. Now letting go of the breath. Letting go of any tension in the body. Allowing all of your muscles to relax and sink into the earth. Relaxing the feet, the ankles, the calves, the shins, the knees, the thighs. Asking the hips to relax, the hands, the wrists, the forearms and the elbows, the upper arms and the shoulders. Starting from the base of the spine, asking every part as you work upwards, gently melt away until your whole torso is relaxed. Everything below your head just melting into the ground. Bringing your attention to your forehead, asking it to relax. Your cheeks, your nose, your mouth, and your eyes. Feeling your head heavy on the mat. Your whole body now completely relaxed. Just being present in how that feels. When you're ready, we'll start to bring some life back into the body, wriggling the fingers and the toes, maybe rolling the wrists, rolling the ankles, bringing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then coming up to seated, you can either rock up or rolling over to the right-hand side, keeping the eyes closed. Coming back to a comfortable seated position on your mat, like where we started. On On an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Bring the palms to touch and the hands down to heart center, sealing in the practice. Taking a moment now to find gratitude for yourself for taking this time to practice. I'd like to thank you for sharing this practice with me. Namaste.